crafty people, this is Ellen with EGI Designs. Today I'm coming to you with a spring or Easter card, or you can make it whatever you want it to do. I'm going to make it more of an Easter theme. I've kind of been having this idea mulling around in my head that I wanted to try for a little bit, so I'm trying to make that come to fruition. I have a few things that I grabbed out here. For the front panel, I liked this floral frame, and then on the inside I'm going to be using this little small one that went with that, and this is the Whimsy stamps. This is the Spring Rectangles die set. And then for the paper on the front, I chose these patterns, and I'm going to use the Cottontail Patterned collection from scrapbook.com. And then for the stamping, I'm going to be using this Blessings at Easter set from Simon Says Stamp. And what I want to do is make a, I don't know if you call it a fun fold or just a technique or something like that, but I want to cut the diagonal on the front. And typically what you would do is you would, once you cut this, you would also cut this paper and you'd put half up here, and then you'd put half on the top, but it would be inside the card because there would be a diagonal. I kind of wanted to switch up the patterns and things because I really wanted to have patterned paper on the inside that was a matching pattern. So we will see how that goes. This is the first time I've made this type of card, so it will be an adventure. So what you want to do is you take this one is a A2 card base, so it is 5.5 by 8.5, and you score it at 4 1/4. And what you want to do is you want to cut, so like here's your card, you want to cut from the top to the bottom. So you need to kind of think about how you're putting it in the trimmer. So you want to put the top left of the card front and then the bottom right, and you want to put them in the track together. So I think that's good. But the one thing to keep in mind is you don't want to start it going into the point because you will squish your point of your card. So you start it in the middle and you just go back and forth. Okay, so now we have this cool card front. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same with these, and I'm gonna try and see if I can keep them together while I cut. So hopefully, I'm just using some post-it tape to help. So we want to cut from here to here. So I will put that in the track. And again, you don't want to start it on the edge or you'll squish that point there. You want to start right in the middle. And go up and go down. I am cutting through 3 pieces here, so I just went back and forth a few times. So it looks like we are good to go, hopefully, with this. And take the tape off. And the other papers are so cute too on the reverse. Okay. So, like I was saying, normally what you would do is you would take, you know, a piece here and glue a piece here so it would line up and look the same. But I wanted to kind of switch it up a little bit and have differing patterns, and I wanted to make sure I had a pattern on the inside. So that's why the 3. Just have a little a little hairy piece here. I'll get rid of that. I don't know if you have, this is just a sanding block, and you can just use that also. All right. So I wanted to have the green be here. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, the sheets of the patterned paper, they were 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I will put that in the description box. I'll put it over on my blog, and I will list everything I used today in the description box also, and I do have affiliate links. So sorry about all that. So there we go. So I'd like to have this here, and then I thought it would be cute to have the clouds, so it's kind of like the ground and the sky, and then this is going over the front. We're going to do some stamping on there, and then on the inside I wanted to take a matching piece and put that in with that, and then this would go inside for the message. So that's kind of how I wanted to arrange all that, and this would cover this up on the front. So we can get this put together, and so we can try to make this happen here. I think, just trying to think of what the best course is. This I want right up to the edge. So I think I'm gonna glue it. Get my glue press out here. I want to be able to wiggle it a little bit. I'm looking to get an even border while still matching up with this edge. That's good. Give it a back rub. Ooh, you could probably even put one on the inside too. We would just have to reverse. Ooh. I might have to do that. Alright, so I think I'm going to get this piece in first just because I want to match it with this one. Alright, so I'm going to shut this and then butt this up right against where that fold is. So when the card is shut, it looks like a continuous card front. Okay. Yeah, so I really wanted to have something here because I feel like that just looks kind of naked. I don't know, it was bothering me. So we can put this one in here too. Do you ever stay up at night and trying to fall asleep and you're just thinking about cards that you want to make? And for me, this has kind of been mulling around in my head for a few weeks now. So I'm kind of glad that it'll be out of my head, though. I'm sure it will be replaced with something else. Yeah, see, that looks really cute. Right? It's like a little surprise. I'm just gonna smooth this a little bit because the trimmer kind of gave it that that like cut edge, you know. All right, so this is what's gonna go here. I wonder if any of these pieces would look all right. Ooh, this flower one's pretty. Oh, and the ladybugs are so cute. I think I'll do the flowers. It kind of matches with the theme a little bit better. And again, I'm just smoothing the edge of this because it was cut the other way, so. Kitty is snoring again. Just making that even there and an even border around. Pardon me. My family was so kind and gave me their cold, so not appreciated, but anyway. Alright, so we'll let that set up. Then I had this, like, I don't know if it's a crazy idea, maybe it's a crazy idea, but to heat emboss on glitter paper. And I don't actually know if that's possible. So we are going to do an experiment today. So I'm just trying to think of, these are the cutest bunnies. Oh my goodness. I want to do the eggs and I want to have a bunny, but I don't know. I kind of like this big bunny though. Choices, choices, choices. I think I like that bunny better. Alright, so let us figure out if we can heat emboss on glitter paper. So let's see. I have this Concord and Nice white glitter paper. And it's got some beautiful, it's very iridescent, which I think will pull out nicely all the colors in the paper. I think we can do both at once. Actually, I think I'm going to cut it because I don't know if I want to do them both the same colors. All right, let's start this crazy experiment. All right, so to heat emboss, you need some anti-static powder. You need some type of sticky ink. Okay, and then in this case, because I want to see if I can get that glitter to shine through still, I want to use embossing glaze from Tim Holtz. So let me find some colors that might go. Ooh, this is pretty loud, but it might be fun. The Twisted Citron. I should see if we can find a pinky. We can go with the Kitsch Flamingo, I think. Or maybe this mustard seed. Okay, so then we need a paper catch. And mine has walked away, so I will make a new one. Okay. So I'm going to use the anti-static powder on here. I don't know if it really matters, but with the glitter, but we shall see. Okay, and just put the sticky ink on the stamps. I think I'm going to do a few coatings because I have zero idea what the coverage is because I can't see it amongst the glitter here. So if this doesn't work, we might have to try with like a smooth glitter paper. We'll see. Let's see. I have this little Nouveau spoon. I had this kind of idea that I would do a multicolored egg, but I don't know about that. Alright, I think this one I'm just going to start with the pink. See what happens. Ooh. Look. Oh my goodness. This might actually work. Don't you love like when you think about craft things and you're like, I have no idea, but let's give it a shot. I mean, it's only paper, right? Who cares? Alright, I'm gonna try to get fancy with this one. I wonder if we could try the 3 colors. Oh my goodness, look at it. Alright, then let's get the green. Oop. Well, that's fun. Check it out. Alright. Now I need to clean up this giant mess that I just made. Alright, now it is time to heat. So you need a heat tool. This has 2 settings, so you're going to put it on the hottest one. Embossing glaze actually melts a lot quicker than, you know, like a metallic embossing powder, but you just want to make sure you're being really careful, and as soon as it starts melting, move to the next spot. So I'm going to turn this on to heat it up, and then I will put it to the paper. You can see the heating element in there starting to get hot. And you can see that it's changing. And it's kind of hard on the glitter paper to tell that it's melted because it's a kind of a rough surface, but if you tilt it in the light, you can see it a little bit better. See if I can show you. Trying to find. I can see it a little bit. Wow, that came out a lot better than I ever imagined. Alright. Not that cool. We'll do this one. pretty. Oh my goodness. Just trying to check in the light again. Is it all melted? Hopefully so. Alright, let's get the dies for this. I think I'm gonna try, this was kind of rough paper, but to buff this a little bit because the dye from the embossing glaze is kind of in the nooks and crannies of the glitter paper. So I'm going to use my, I have a mini Empress machine. I'm going to run that through that today. I'll show it to you. It's really cute. And I like the magnetic plate. This is what it looks like. It's really tiny, and you have to plug it in. It's an electronic machine, and you hit the power button, and then you have to hit the run button, and it'll start. Then you just put it in. And when it's done, it will stop. You just hit that power button again. Just move it out of the way. Hopefully, we got everything all lined up. Ooh, so cute, so cute. Oh my goodness. These are so pretty. And with the glitter. Oh, I love this one. Alright, let's see. Alright. So now we need to stamp the bunny. Alright, I'm trying to think of what color should we do this little bunny in. And I kind of like, it's like a really pale blue. I don't know. Let me see. I have a few Ulta colors here. I just want to see. Oh, that might be the one. I think this one or the water hyacinth. I think the water hyacinth actually looks better with these colors. Alright. love the detailing on the inside of the stamps, like with the florals. Ugh, so nice. So springy. Alright, so I need the die for this one. I always forget to push run on that. I'm like, why isn't it working? Oh, that came out so cute. So we could do like this. On the inside, we could put the egg in there. Alright, so we need to stamp on the front. Trying to think of what color we should stamp and what we should stamp. I like to just put this stuff in here for placement and see where we're at. Maybe Easter blessings would work. What color, what color, what color? I almost feel like we need a green. And I just got this just green. We will see if this is what we need. I think it's too dark. Please hold. Alright, we have a few choices. Maybe the fresh leaf. Ooh, that does actually really go very well with that. I'll try the lime, but I think maybe the fresh leaf. Ugh. They're both really good. I think I'll go with the fresh leaf though. Oh, that looks really pretty. Alright, first thing we need to do is get this on. But we have to be really careful because you don't want to get adhesive up here. So I'm just going to mark this off. With a pencil, just lightly there, so I know what I need to do. Just center this up. And we didn't get any on the outside, so that's good. I'm just going to erase this pencil mark. All right. Kind of hard with this lace one because you don't want to get you don't want glue to ooze through there, but I think I'm gonna try and get it just on the very top. Okay. the bunny, we could probably put some foam on that. Let's see. I have my new roll of Big Mama foam tape. I just had to open that a few videos ago. It just cracks me up how big they are. Okay. We don't really need it where the bunny is going over the egg. So we need to kind of concentrate to this side. Okay, I think that'll be good. Oh, that looks so cute. All right, now for the inside. So you want to make sure that this is hidden behind. So what I'm going to do is square this up. And you have to be careful of the flower cutouts also. Alright, so I've got this in here. Just gonna put some post-it note tape so I know where it needs to be. Okay, just make sure it's straight. And then just shut the card. And then you can pull out the tape from underneath and you've got it in just the right spot. It's a little trick for you. Alright, so we have to be careful for placement for this so it's not hanging out there. So I think I'm going to actually put it on this side. Alright, let me find some embellishments to put on the front of this card. Alright, let's see. I have a few choices here. We have these green. I feel like that would be too much green. It's like green on green on green on green. What is this? Pastel gems. These might be really nice. And I have these moonstone sequins. These are from Paper Tray Ink. I think I want something that picks up the other colors a little more. I love these Pinkfresh Iridescent. Like, look at these. Yes, I think it is. These are the ones. Alright, I think we'll go with this. Alright, so we have our Easter card where we did this cool diagonal technique, and we have the panel on the front, and we did the heat embossing on glitter paper with the embossing glaze, which I think turned out awesome. And then we have the inside, and it looks so pretty. And we have our one of our heat embossed eggs here, and the paper, and here's where we can put our message. And it just looks really cute and sweet. So it's definitely, I'm glad that I finally was able to make this, so now it doesn't have to haunt me in my dreams anymore. Anyway, so like I said before, I will list everything that I used in the description box. I do have affiliate links. Come join me over on Facebook. I post cards, videos, and any crafty sales I come across, so it's a great resource to you. Or you can come and see me on my brand new blog at egidesigns.com. If you found value in today's video, I would love to have you as a subscriber. If you could hit that button, that would be amazing. And until next time, like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Hey, just wanted to pop back on and show you how I ended up finishing up the card package, I guess, if you will call it. So we have our card, and what I did is I like to, especially when I have embellishments like this on the front, I really like to take a piece of good cardstock, and I will emboss it with an embossing folder that usually matches the theme, and I will put that over the front before I put it into the envelope, because it really helps protect and even out, although, you know, whatever's on the front here, it does really help protect them and keep them safe. So in this case, I embossed this cardstock with this Simon Says stamp embossing folder, and this is the floral Easter eggs. And this one actually comes with a die, so you could cut these out if you wanted to. So that's a really cool thing. And then I made this envelope using the We Are Memory Keepers 123 punch board. I usually make all of my envelopes so I can make them with heavy duty cardstock. And then I used the Blessings of Easter stamp again, and stamped that on the front, and this was with Dusty Concord, I believe, Distress ink. And then on the back, I decorated the flap, and I used a piece of the Cottontail Paper. I had a little scrap left, and it was purple, but I didn't have enough to go to the top of the envelope flap. So I had some Easter washi, and this is from American Crafts. So I just added that to the top of the flap to kind of add a little interest and kind of fill in that blank that was there. So here is my envelope to go with my Easter project. So I will write on the inside, and then when I get ready to mail, I will cover this on here, and then it will go in the envelope and be mailed off. This one, I believe I made the envelope out of 110 paper, and there's a lot of layers in here, so this is not very bendy at all. So this would definitely need a non-machinable stamp, and probably, based on the weight, another ounce stamp as well. So the school bus for the extra ounce, and then the butterfly for the non-machinable. But I still think it's less than a quarter. I'm just trying to look for I have this ruler that tells if you can mail it as a letter or as a large envelope, but because it fits through the letter slot, we can mail that as a letter, but it does need to be a non-machinable stamp because it is not bendy whatsoever. So anyway, I just wanted to show you how I finished that off. So give you some ideas on how to finish your cards off and your envelopes as well. Alright, have a great day. Bye bye. Here are a couple more videos I thought you might like. Thanks so much for watching.